Ram just made an announcement that could save in 2025. There have been numerous buzz surrounding the automotive industry recently, and the majority of manufacturers are having trouble selling cars. Ram is in a very precarious situation that some executives are now abandoning the company. Ram has just declared a significant price reduction, and the entire industry has been affected, speaking particularly GM and Ford. With a maneuver such as this, Ram would not only protect itself, it could also steal important market shares held by its rivals. How big would this price reduction be then? For consumers, what does this mean? Furthermore, what does it mean for the brand's future? Subscribe Torque Garage and comment "I subscribe" for more interesting news. Stellantis and its brands in the past were unquestionable titans in the automotive industry, essentially controlling the roads. Whether trails were being torn up by tough Jeeps, Dodge muscle vehicles speeding along freeways, or elegantly cruising Chrysler sedans, they had everything. But now, they seem to have struck a huge pothole. It appears that Stellantis is stuck in neutral. It was having trouble moving forward. Let's start by talking about Jeep. Jeep was the best option at one point. For explorers, if you were interested in exploring the great outdoors, traverse difficult terrain, or simply experience that unadulterated freedom, your vehicle was a Jeep. The name was well known, with a spirit of adventure, the sort of vehicle you'd see in each national park poster or camping advertisement. However, the situation has taken a drastic turn. Since 2018, Jeep's sales have completely plummeted. 44%. That is nearly half of their in a few years. Jeep isn't the only vehicle experiencing issues in the road. In the past, Dodge dominated the muscle car market. During the year 13th, Dodge was operating at full capacity, producing iconic rides like the Challenger and the Charger. These vehicles weren't. They were statements, not merely cars. Today, it seems as though someone has pulled the e-brake while they're moving. Sales have definitely crashed, down 67%. Next up is Chrysler, and this one's a little devastating. Chrysler was more than just a car manufacturer. It represented the inventiveness of Americans. In the past, Chrysler was known for its streamlined designs, luxury, and state-of-the-art invention. They were the type of vehicles you would see arriving at fancy activities or taking the lead in parades. However, right now, they appear to be stuck in the slow lane. The contest in the car industry is competitive. Particularly with electric cars and cutting-edge technology, Chrysler hasn't really kept up with the times. What precisely is causing all of this then? It doesn't require a genius in cars to determine the reason behind Stellantis' difficulty. The source of the issue is cost. Stellantis has a lengthy history of notoriety for attaching outrageous price tags to their automobiles, as well as that reputation is rapidly catching up to them. Let's dissect it. Recall the 1500 tungsten Ram? Yes, it's an elegant take on a pickup truck, but fundamentally, it's still a pickup. Nothing particularly innovative or extremely exclusive. However, walk into a car dealership and a price tag would be visible, creeping over $100,000. Really? A truck for $100,000? That isn't. It's a complete investment, not just a luxury purchase. It's not just their trucks either. Stellantis, the entire lineup is now considered overpriced. Trap. Jeeps with rugged exteriors that were once renowned for. The cost of accessible off-road adventures has increased. Tags with a luxury weekend. Getaway. Vibe then, let's hit the trails. Suitable for families' SUVs that ought to be reasonably priced? No, they are seated in price ranges that are abruptly going up against luxury brands. Even in the past, Dodge sedans were renowned for budget-friendly muscle that now appears to be flexing. Their costs are higher than their power. The issue extends to automobiles that are meant to be reasonably priced. Small crossovers and SUVs, which are now the main market for the majority of automakers, are marketed as premium in some way. Stellantis seems to have missed the memo that these sections are intended to serve to sensible consumers, not those looking for luxury. Now consider the customers they are alienating. Imagine a small family searching for their first SUV. They are trying to find something dependable, roomy, and above all, reasonably priced. Or perhaps this is the first time truck purchaser hoping to obtain a good, trustworthy workhorse. As they enter a Stellantis, look at those sticker prices, dealership, and most likely retreat more quickly than A off the line is the Dodge Hellcat. Rather, they will proceed to either Chevrolet or Ford, where costs are more reasonable, or perhaps even Toyota, which provides that lovely balance of cost-effectiveness and quality. It appears that Stellantis has priced itself from its own clientele, making regular customers feel as though these formerly reachable brands are currently beyond reach. It's understandable why their sales are falling when rivals are providing vehicles that are comparable or superior, without requesting expensive prices from buyers. What is Stellantis doing in response to this? They've taken a step that's got everyone in the automotive industry is conversing, and for all the correct reasons. They've simply declared this enormous plan to reduce prices for every item in their lineup. Furthermore, when I say cut prices, I don't mean about cutting a few dollars here and there, not at all. Prices are being cut by as much as 35%. Yes, 35%. Approximately 1/3 of the cost is gone. Take a moment to process that information. The best part is that this isn't some ambiguous, "we'll promise to do it someday." In fact, it's occurring, and shortly. Beginning in the second Stellantis, a quarter of 2025 is implementing these price cuts throughout the board. Imagine this. Recall the Ram.Tungsten, the one with all the 1,500 bells and whistles accompanied by a stunning $100,000 price tag. Now, using this new tactic, that truck will set approximately $65,000 were returned, $55,000. All of a sudden, it's not just the elite's dream truck costs the same, such as trucks made by GMC, Ford, and Chevrolet. This goes beyond simply lowering prices to look excellent. The fact that Stellantis is in one of those cutthroat markets available, trucks and SUVs. General Motors and Ford have been dominating Stellantis, and it for years. Indeed, they have been a little behind schedule. This audacious action is their method of declaring, hey, we're still playing, and we are seeking a larger portion of the pie. Furthermore, this isn't all positive news. For Stellantis, good news for purchasers similar to us. Lower MSRPs are more than just attractive, on paper. In reality, they have an impact where it matters. Reduced price tags indicate smaller installments each month. Additionally, they open the gateway to more favorable financing arrangements, which is a major turning point for many families. Additionally, it makes people feel as though they're at last obtaining value for their money. No more sticker surprise or a sense of having overpaid for what is basically a wheel set. Naturally, though, this will not sit well with everyone. Current declines in the value of new SUVs are probably going to raise a lot of concerns among new purchasers. Think about the situation where a person purchases a brand new SUV from Dodge or Jeep. Around 24, investing roughly $500,000. This significant spending frequently carries the expectation that the car will hold its value for a fair amount of time, period, which explains why the monthly payments are so high. But sometimes the truth is very harsh. Imagine how shocked these owners will be to learn that the value of their SUV has decreased by approximately $25,000 within only a few months. This sharp drop in value at resale can be a serious financial setback, leaving owners to struggle with the consequences of their financial commitment. The affected parties' prompt response people are probably among the disappointment and annoyance. The notable decline in value does not only affect their budgeting, but also calls into question the perceived dependability of their financial commitment. The only practical tactic in order to lessen this loss, owners should keep their automobiles for a long time, so optimizing the value and usefulness obtained from the acquisition. This strategy includes operating the car for a number of years, possibly racking up a lot of miles, which can partially offset the initial depreciation. For potential purchasers, this circumstance emphasizes the significance of taking long-term ownership into account when buying a brand new car. The possibility, since quick, depreciation ought to be a crucial element in the process of making decisions. Customers must assess their level of readiness to retain the car for a long time in order to make sure the investment is still profitable. However, it is still true that Stellantis must take this action to protect itself. Let's take a moment to discuss Ram. This has always been a feature of Ram trucks, a legendary reputation. As you are aware, the sort of vehicle that shouts, "I'm designed for the hardest tasks, but I can still look fantastic doing it." They have been the preferred option for those seeking bulletproof and raw power dependability, along with that tough, work hard, play hard charm. However, let's face it, lately, Ram appears to have taken up a new pastime,